What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and today we're going to have a little bit of an encore from yesterday. We're going to be doing a little bit more Makkari, but today we're going to be actually comparing her uniform versus her base kit just a little bit, and then I'm going to show you guys the run against Mephisto. And I have transcended this character, and man, my mistake yesterday, I thought she was going to gain around 4,000 physical attack. She actually ended up gaining 9,000 physical attack. 9,000. And on top of that, she gained about 15,000 HP. Which is amazing, my friends, especially considering whenever you have this uniform, you will get this heal. This is massive for this character. This uniform is really amazing for two big reasons. Well, three, arguably, as far as aesthetics goes, because I do think the new uniform looks a lot better than her base kit. That's just my personal opinion. But as far as actual facts, right, what makes it actually better is, one, you get this heal. Her survivability goes up bigger than crap. Every time you do Hurricane Dash, in this uniform, you're going to get, from the third skill here, you're going to get that heal. That is very good for her. Not only that, but whenever you do the third skill from this uniform, there is a ton of residual damage. Whenever you let this thing dash and you cancel it, boom, look at all those hits. You can cancel that thing and get all those hits, right? As many of you already seen in previous videos. But in her base kit, right, you hit the third skill, and you let it go, right? It does all that, but you got to cancel that thing, but that way it doesn't set off your proc. So you're literally just going 3 and then going into the 5. So all you're really doing is you're just getting your damage on your 5, right? That's it. You're getting your damage accumulation from the 3, but you're not getting anything from the 5. And whenever you're playing with the Awaken skill, it's just 3, Awaken skill 5, right? You just cancel the Awaken skill like what you do with your uniform. And that makes a big, big difference in your damage. Having all those extra hits makes a huge difference, not to mention the extra stat bumps that you get. Now, the uniform is just at normal, right? So it's just, being equipped, and we are just running the 140% damage rock. The build is exactly the same as it was in yesterday's video. There's nothing different about her except for the fact that she is transcended, so we actually can show her in Null and Mephisto. So I'll go ahead and bring up the comparison between her base kit and her uniform against Null. And in this run, you can see Makkari's got the uniform on the left, and then she has her base kit on the right. Now, there's a couple things I want you to pay attention to. One is how much life we have at the end of both of these runs, and also, of course, how much damage we're actually going to do. And, we're just using, just complete solos, no supports, no CTBs of insight, nothing like that. And then we have 3 ignore dodge strikers because Makkari does have 30% ignore dodge from her passive. That way we have 100% ignore dodge at all times. She does get 70% ignore dodge from her Awaken skill, but whenever we're doing just, the 3-5, we want to make sure that we always have ignore dodge. That way Null isn't dodging any of our attacks. And I want you to look at the difference in the damage already, just 40 seconds into this fight. You can see that Makkari in her uniform is about 5 bars ahead of her base kit. Also, you can see that we've taken a decent amount of damage already in the base kit versus having the uniform. But we're still taking the damage in the uniform. It's just because we have a heal, we're allowing ourselves to have a lot more survivability. We're doing way, way better. I mean, look at this, guys. I mean, we're like, what, 8 bars ahead right now in our uniform? So, I mean, you're getting all that residual damage from the third skill. It just makes a huge difference. Now, I want you to look at something there. Look at that. 3 minutes and 41 seconds, right? So she cleared that in 1 minute and 19 seconds, and we still have about 10 bars to go on the right. That's how much of a difference having the uniform and not having it makes. It makes an insane difference. It is massive. 10 bars just in the first phase of this fight. What do you think it's going to be if I did an entire fight against Null, right? It would just be way more than that. You're going to do, much more damage than just 10 bars that we did in just the first phase. 10 bars is a lot in just the first phase. That's a huge, huge difference. So look how long she's taking. My Makkari with 87% physical attack and 13% pierce, with the current build that she has right now, she would not be able to do stage 9 solo on her own. She wouldn't be able to do it. But in her uniform, she would easily be able to do it. And you guys can see, man, it took 2 minutes and 8 seconds. 2 minutes and 8 seconds, right? That is a huge difference from her having her uniform. I mean, you're looking at about 50 seconds. I mean, 50 seconds is a lot, my friends. That is a lot. So now let me show you a run against Mephisto. And this really is nutso for this character because she does have the type advantage against Mephisto, right? And we are using a max team. You know, we're using White Fox and we're using Wave, you know, and we do have some damage to supervillain and increased attack strikers, right? But a couple things about Makkari that's amazing for this boss is, one, she's a speed type. She has a type advantage. So whenever you increase her type enhancement up, which I haven't done at all, so keep that in mind in the run that you're watching, you're going to do a lot more damage to Mephisto, and her movement speed is absolutely nuts. This girl can run. She is so fast on her feet, which really makes things a lot easier. And something else to keep in mind is that she's also an Eternal. And the reason that's important, I'm not showing it in this run, is that you can use Cersei. You can actually have that debuff removal, right? So whenever Null or whenever Mephisto, you know, goes into a stunning phase, she won't get stunned as long as that debuff is up. That makes a big difference, man. It really does. I mean, honestly, though, I don't really think you need to worry about it too much with her because she pretty much just melts this boss like he's butter. I mean, she softens him up, man. She pretty much destroys this guy like he's absolutely nothing. And, you know, stage 14, you know, with 13% Pierce is pretty strong. It's really strong on my account, and you'll see how fast she actually does this. You know, we're a minute 15 in, and we got, you know, less than 9 bars to go here. Well, actually, we have more than that, to be fair. And I'm going to show you guys something pretty interesting after this fight that would have made her made her a little bit stronger. But I didn't want to use it. You know, we'll get talking about that after this run. I just want you guys to enjoy this. But look at her, man. She just melts this damn thing, right? She just absolutely destroys it. And right now, you know, today we do have a Speed Superhero Day and ABX, and I'll probably end up doing another video today, maybe showing a run in ABX with a little bit better build than what I currently have right now, just to see what she can do with an actual damage proc. Because I really don't want to use a rage on the character. I know she's optimal with a rage in ABX, but I don't want to use it. I don't want to use a rage. I want to have a CTP of energy because she is a proc-friendly character, and I do want to use her in World Boss. I mean, the girl's just an absolute god, and if it's just for ABX, then it's just not going to be as much fun for a player like myself. I really want that extra chain hit damage, and honestly, when it comes to World Boss, the CTP of energy is going to be way better on her than a CTP of Rage. However, the Rage will be better in ABX, so that is something to keep in mind. And boom, look at that. 2 minutes and 30 seconds, she absolutely destroyed Mephisto. Mephisto, right? Excuse me. She absolutely destroyed him. Murdered his butt like he was absolutely nothing. Now, let me show you something that's pretty cool. I got so lucky yesterday in the Epic Quest, I got Makkari's artifact, right? And if I would have had this thing equipped, I would have got this increased basic damage dealt to enemies with 50% HP or higher by 10%. I would have got an extra 10% damage to enemies, which would have been freaking awesome, right? But I didn't want to show that to you guys because, you know, I know a lot of people don't have the artifact. Although whenever I, you know, will do an ABX run, more than likely I'm going to have it equipped. More than likely I'm going to go ahead and slap this mighty CTP of energy on her. And this CTP of energy is actually going to be really good for ABX because it doesn't have Pierce. It just gives a solid increased attack by 20%. So whenever you're going to play with a CTP of energy, you're using a proc, and you're using a mighty, this is going to be better than having the beatdown proc. The beatdown proc is going to be better for World Boss Legend, but for ABX, this will actually be better. So I get the better of both worlds. I'll be able to play with a CTP of energy, have my damage proc, have that extra chain hit damage for World Boss Legend, but still have the extra attack for ABX. Still, the rage is probably going to be better. So let me know in the comments if you guys like to see some ABX runs with this girl. And I got to say, man, Makkari, I'm loving. I think she's absolutely amazing. Easy to play, great survivability in this uniform, and as you all saw, way more damage in this uniform versus her base kit because you get the extra attack stats from the uniform itself. You get the extra residual damage from the third skill because you're landing a whole lot more hits. You're going to get the heals from doing the third skill. It's just going to be a way better option. It's going to be well worth purchasing and investing into if you really want to make Makkari more of a god than what she already is. So let me know how y'all feeling about Makkari, and I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GMT plus 7 time. The link is in the description below, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See ya.